All right, guys, this is a quick video on some tips about lunging. Okay, when we're lunging, we want to make sure that we're getting activation through our butt and our hamstrings and that we're maintaining control in the movement. Okay, let me take these glasses off since I don't need them to look at a camera. All right, what we're looking at when we're lunging, the primary thing, I got my socks on here because I'm at home, right? This is what being fit is all about. Do it where you can. Pushing through your heel, not pushing through your toe is probably the biggest cue when it comes to lunging, okay? So what we want to make sure that we're doing, we want to make sure that when we step, okay, I'm going to stand up, I step forward. When we step, we don't step so close that when we come down, our foot is back here and I have to push up on my toe. I have to push up on my toe in order to stand. We want to think about a 90-degree angle, okay? So from my hip to my knee is straight down and then 90 degrees back. I'm not back like this. I'm not stretched forward like that. That's not 90 degrees. We want a 90 degrees at the knees, okay? Same with the front leg. My leg goes straight out and then it comes down, 90 degrees here. My shin is straight up and down. It's not forward like this. It's not back like this, okay? Straight up and down. When I push to stand up, I should be able to lift my toes to stand, okay? Lift my toes. I should be able to lift my toes because all my weight is in my heel. If I look like this when I'm standing, right, then we're not getting the activation that we want. You feel it in your knees. We don't want to feel lunges in our knees. We want to feel them in our hips. The more you can push through your heel, the more you're going to feel it in your hips. That's where we want the pressure to be, okay? So remember, keep a good distance between this knee and this foot. It should be 90 degrees here, 90 degrees in the back as well, okay? Two other things to think about. When you're stepping forward, focus on the back leg, okay? So you step forward, don't keep going forward. Once this front foot hits the ground, stop, right? You should be far out enough. Stop. You can practice this if you want to. Stop, back knee straight down, okay? Step and stop, don't keep going forward, back knee straight down. That's what we're looking for, okay? If you feel like when you take a step, you keep going forward, that's how you're going to get out of position. That's why you're leaning forward. You don't have 90 degrees in your toes, okay? So remember, take that step, stop, drop straight down, okay? When you come back straight up, and then step forward. That's a great way to do that as well, okay? The last thing to think about is when you're stepping, make sure that you keep your feet apart in whatever you're jumping or your squat stances, something that's wider than right next to each other. We don't want to be here when we lunge. Okay, so if this is where you stand, you should step in that same distance. If I bring my foot straight back, I'm still there, okay? Don't come across and then you're trying to tightrope and do your lunges. So I see that all the time, okay? Step, drop, you should be able to come right back to that same position every single time. Keep your feet apart. Don't bring them closer every time you step into a lunge, okay? All right, 3 things for lunges. Have fun, work those legs.